Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today we're going to talk about the products that I pulled in last week's Makeup Basket Monday, and then we're also going to pull the new products for this week. So let's get started because there's a lot of Wet n Wild products. The first one here is a Wet n Wild palette called the Quartz Center palette. So this one is a mostly purple, well it is purple. It's pretty much all purple, and then it's got a little bit of blacks down here on the end like the darker grays, and then up here is more neutral. It does come with a brush. The brush is not that great. But the palette itself I feel like is really good. The longevity to it though, as far as how long the makeup stays on my eyes, I would say maybe 5 or 6 hours. I don't think it stays that long, especially not with the primer that I was using, the Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer. I don't like this eyeshadow primer. I love my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I know that's not a primer, but it really helps me to keep my eyeshadows on for a long time, and it helps to get rid of any discoloration. This one didn't do really much either. It didn't really help with longevity, and it didn't do anything for discoloration. So this is something that actually is getting tossed out of my collection. But this palette here is really good. The brush, like I said, is meh. I wouldn't say it's a great brush. I wouldn't say it's a terrible brush. It's just an okay brush. But the colors in here are really good. They're pigmented. They blend really well. I am wearing most of the shadows on my eyes today. I'll tell you from which palettes I'm using. Today I'm using this purple one here down at the bottom here. I'm using that on the outer corner of my eyes. I have that on. I love these little palettes, so I think they're really good and they're very affordable. The next thing is the Coloricon Mellow Wine Blush. So this is the blush by Wet n Wild. I like their blushes. I think their blushes are really good. Now I am someone who, like, for some reason the blush tends to like disappear off my face. My face kind of eats my makeup or something. I don't know. But so what I had to do in order to get these to be a little bit more long lasting was to use this cream blush right here. This is the Cream Megaglow blush. It doesn't really have a color, does it? Oh yes, it's Peach Bums. So even though it's peach, I paired it with this. You can't really see it once you're topping it with a blush. I just feel like that helps with longevity of blush. Really do like both of these though. Definitely staying in my collection. The next palette is the Petal Pusher palette. So here's what the Petal Pusher looks like. Again, it's a purple palette, so it's kind of similar to the other one here. I think the colors are kind of the same, but they're kind of different. They have enough differences that where if you're a makeup junkie like I am, that you're going to be like, I like both of them. They both have different purposes, so let me see if I can open that up. So here's what it looks like on the inside. I love this palette. It's very nice. The only thing I've noticed I don't really like about these particular ones, not these are good, but these don't have a whole lot of matte shades in them. So if you're someone who typically needs a matte shade, they don't have a whole lot of matte. The only matte really in here is this purple one right here. This one's a little bit matte, but it has a little bit of shimmer to it too. So I feel like they don't put enough mattes in them. I feel like that if they put like 2 mattes, like one for each side, I think it'd be better. But they don't, and I don't understand that. So I'm like, but I still love it. I love it a lot. And for the price of it, I think you cannot beat the price. I think if you're looking for a good affordable palette, definitely check out some Wet n Wild stuff. Then we have the Wet n Wild. This is called the Coming in Latte palette. This one's very nice. It reminds me a lot of, I'm sure you can tell what it reminds me of. It reminds me of Urban Decay. Of course, the longevity is not quite as long as Urban Decay. Urban Decay is going to last a lot longer on your eyes. And these blend just as well though. I really do think they blend just as well. Again, the brush that comes with it is just okay. It's not anything to write home about. So, but the powders, the eyeshadows in here are very good. They're very pigmented. They blend really well. Really do like this one too. And this gold right here, this is very pretty. Let me swatch it for you. Look at that. That's so pretty. I love that color. I like that pops of color like that in the center of my lid. I think it's very pretty. I don't have anything from that particular palette on my eyes today. I meant to tell you I do have some of these shades on my eyes today. I have, hang on, I'm gonna open it up here. I have this right here like blended out into blended out into the crease, I guess you'd say. And then I have a little bit of this one here as for my eyeliner. That's what I use for my eyeliner today. Love this palette. It's very nice. I kind of was like moving around with all of them this whole week. I was kind of playing with them all together so I can get a good feel for each palette. The next thing is the Wet n Wild Megaglow Contouring Palette. I don't particularly like the shade of the contour color over here. I think it's okay. For some reason it looks a little bit orangey on me, and I don't know why. But when I put it on, it makes my skin look a little bit orange. And I don't know if you can even tell that on camera, but I have it on today as a contour. You have to tell me what you think of the contour. If you think it looks okay on me. For some reason I see orange. Maybe I'm just worried now after having a couple orange products that I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to look like an Oompa Loompa. But for me, I just think it looks a tad orange. The next palette is called the Poster Child palette. I love this palette too. This one is mostly mattes. I love that because it's I think it is all mattes actually. The only thing I see down here, this one has a little bit of sparkle where it says definer. I see a little bit of sparkle into it, but it doesn't really come off onto your eyes once you put it on. Love every color in here though. I love the bright bold colors. I think this would be a perfect summer palette if you're looking for those bright bold colors. It doesn't come off quite as bold on your eyes as it looks in the palette. It comes off a little bit more muted out, a little bit more pastel-y like. So if you're looking for a good pastel looking palette, this is a good one. The next thing is the, what is this called? The Sunset Junction Coloricon Blush and Glow Trio. So here's what it looks like on the inside. This is actually pretty good too. This is not bad. Again though, the bronzer for me, it just doesn't work. It makes me look orange, and I don't know why, but all of their bronzers make me look orangey. I wish they'd have a more, not true gray tone, but a little bit of gray tone to it, so that way there it looks a little bit more like a contour. And I know that these are supposed to be bronzers. You're not supposed to be contouring with them, but that's what I want them for. I want it to contour and bronze and do everything. But I know that's not what it's typically for, so, you know, they made it for bronzing. So I guess if you look at it like that way, then this one is good for bronzing. The other one specifically says contour though. This one says contour. So that's what confuses me a little bit. I'm like, that's not really a contour shade. It's a little too orange for me. The next thing is the Wet n Wild Megaglow Highlighting Bar. This thing is amazing. I don't know if this is still available or not. It does have a little flip out mirror on the side here, which is really cool. And then of course it has this, oh, my package is falling apart. Oh, my package just broke. Oh no. That's lovely. Well, this is going to get depotted now. I guess I'm going to have to put this into a pot, into something else, because I don't want to hold it like that. That's crazy that it just broke that easy. Oh man, that stinks. So anyway, here's what the highlight looks like. I'm getting tongue-tied now. Here's what the highlight looks like. I'll swatch it for you guys. It's beautiful. There it is on the hand. Love the way it looks. If you can see it right here, I've got that little bit of that contour still on my hand. I'm gonna wipe that off so I can do a better swatch. So now it's clean. Do a better swatch here now. So there it is. I don't know if you can see it. It's really, really pretty. I love this on the skin. It's not so golden that it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad at all on your skin is what I'm trying to say. I know with my new Too Faced one, the one that's supposed to be like the golden color, I don't particularly like that color on my skin. It's too yellow based gold. This one's more of like a really pretty gold, and this is kind of the similar formulation where it's made of that baked gelée type of formulation. So, and as you can tell, it's getting a little bit of hard pan. So again, you have to be careful with those baked gelée type of formulations because they will get hard pan pretty easily. The next products are the lip products, and I love them all. I love every single one of these. There's nothing bad I can say about any of these. I'm trying to make sure I have them all here. I think this is all the colors I have. I have Give Me Mocha. Nope, we have one more here. Give Me Mocha. I have Coral Corruption. I have Missy and Fierce. I have Berry Recognize and Rebel Rose. So I'm going to swatch all these quickly for you just in case you were interested in any of these. I love these on my lips. Right now I'm wearing Rebel Rose on my lips. I love the way it looks. This one is Give Me Mocha. So let me clean my highlight swatch off quick. So here is Give Me Mocha. There's what it looks like on the hand swatch. It's really pretty color. I don't particularly like the smell of these. They do smell a little bit chemically, but nothing you can't tolerate, to be honest with you. Then we have Missy and Fierce. Missy and Fierce is a bright, bright red. Oh, I love that color. I'm not someone who typically likes a bright red lip, but that actually looks really nice because it doesn't have any orange tones to it whatsoever. It's just a really good red color. Then we have Coral Corruption. This is something I didn't think I was actually going to like because it's so orangey, but I like it on my lips and it doesn't make my teeth look yellow or anything, which is always important because I do drink a lot of coffee, so I'm like, ugh, can't have that showing up on my teeth. Rebel Rose is, like I said, what's on my lips right now. I feel like these are very comparable to, if you're familiar with the Jeffree Star formulation, they're very, very, very comparable. And then, what's the last one? Is that all of them? Nope, we didn't do one. Oh, Berry Recognize. So Berry Recognize is really pretty too. I think they're all pretty. Now, Coral Corruption, when I put it on, I did notice it was a little bit sheared out, like it was a little bit patchy looking on my lips. So there's all the colors that I have swatched. As you can tell, they're beautiful. I highly recommend these, and they're like $5. That's a great deal. And if you can find a sale on Wet n Wild, where Wet n Wild usually will have like 40% off once in a while, or they'll have 30% off, whatever the sale might be, I definitely recommend picking them up, and they're very staining. Look at my hand, it's very stained up now. So I'm gonna have to grab something to clean my hand off so we can do, if we need to do more swatches. So let's clean that off. Grab some micellar water, clean that off my hand here. That's the only thing about them. If you wear them, they definitely will stain your lips, so if you're concerned about that, they're gonna stain. The next thing are the pigments, and I'm not even sure that these are available anymore. I can't find the lid for this one. I've lost the lid. Lovely. This is the shade Kung Fu Lightning, and then we have Heart of Rose Gold, and then we have Diamond Cherry on top, and you have Right on My Copper. I'll be honest with you, I really do like these because I think they're nice, but I don't think you need all 4 colors. I think if you had one of these, if there's a color in this collection that you really wanted, I would just pick one. I think they're so close in tone and everything that you don't need all 4, but I have them, so I'm going to keep them because I do like them, but I just feel like you don't need all 4. That's not necessary. They're very, very pretty though. I mean, this is a very pretty, they look very nice on the eyes, what I'm trying to say. I'm going to put a little of my hand here and I'll swatch it out for you. This one is called, what's this one? This is the one missing the lid, Kung Fu Lightning. So there's Kung Fu Lightning on my hand. Do you see how beautiful that is? Right here. So pretty. Let's do another one. Then we have, what is this one? Heart of Rose Gold. Let me swatch that, wipe that off. And then here's Heart of Rose Gold. Very, very pretty though. Do you see how beautiful they are? I'm just dumping a little bit of the powder on my hand and then spreading it out. They're very pretty. But like I said, I don't think you need all 4. I think I would just pick a color that you really like, because pigments are one of those things, it's going to take you forever to go through those pigments in the first place. And they're messy. So just be careful with pigments because they are messy. You choose which color you like if they are still available. The next thing is the Wet n Wild Photofocus Foundation. I absolutely love this foundation. I have worn this all week and have been happy with it. I think it makes my skin look nice. I have it on right now. It makes my skin look good. It doesn't look blotchy or cakey or anything like that. It just looks very, very nice on the skin. It reminds me a little bit of the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. Just a little bit. Not completely. I think it's because it gives you that where your skin just looks a little bit perfected. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look like you're wearing makeup like really bad. I mean, you can obviously tell when you're looking at somebody up close that they got makeup on, but it's not so obvious when you're looking at them and you're like, hey, you know, what is she wearing, you know, type of thing. So anyway, the next thing are the brow pencils. I don't like either one of these. I feel like the blonde color is so green looking on my brows. It makes it look green toned. And then the brown color is so dark that I'm like, no, it's a no-go. I put this on during my Get Ready With Me and it was so bold. I had very, very bold eyes. I have bold brows again today because I tried to wear both of them together again today. I can't wear one without the other. Like the blonde looks too green and the brown is too dark. So both of these are actually getting removed from my collection. So we have 3 items so far coming out of my collection. The next thing is the Megaglow Dual-Ended Contour Stick. Now this is very nice. So on one side you do have a contour shade, and the contour shade has the grayish tone to it. I love the shade. This one has a little more gray tone to it. Then on the other side you have your highlight shade, and your highlight shade's really pretty. I'm not sure how you use the highlight shade though, so for me I only use one side over the other. I'm like, how do you use that white? Like, because it doesn't blend out like looking super like glowy or anything. It just looks white. So I'm just not familiar with how to use the contour shade or the highlight shade. Do you just put it on? I have no idea. Don't ask me. I would never be able to tell you how to use that. But I really do like the contour shade. So for me, I'm keeping it for one product over the other. Maybe I'll figure out how to use the highlight shade later on down the road. Possibly. Then we have the Megaglow Correction little stick here. This is actually pretty good too. This is really good for spot correcting. If you have, like for me, I have acne spots over here. So it's really good for spot correcting. I think it does a good job for that. It's not great coverage. It's not going to give you full coverage or anything like that. But I just feel like it's pretty good. And it matches my skin tone pretty well. So that's what it looks like. I really do like that. That's a cute little stick. Definitely keeping that one too. The next one is the contour shade. This is the contour stick. Now this is going out of my collection. And you'll see why as soon as I swatch it. No. No. That looks like clay mud or something. I'm like, no. That is not going to contour my face whatsoever, so that is getting removed. They all feel the same, like all of these sticks feel the same, the blush, the contour, and the highlight. They all feel very creamy, very nice, and they blend really well. But that color just for me is no. That is not a contour shade at all. Not for me. It's not. No. Then I have 2 lip glosses here. I have the shades Ring My Bellbottoms and Boogie Woogie Lights. Ring My Bellbottoms is just a gold shade, and you can't really see it too much on your lips once you put it on. You can tell there's a little bit of the golden shade to it. The one I really love, I'm keeping the gold, so I'm not getting rid of it. I like that. But the one I really love is the Boogie Woogie White Lights. This one is so cool. I love what it does. Like if you use this, it does, almost like a holographic look on your lips. I love how it makes your lips look. So you can take any lipstick and completely change it just by using this. I love this. It feels very nice on the I was gonna say on the skin, on the lips. It doesn't have a smell to it. I had to make sure before I told you that. It doesn't have a smell to it. I just think it looks really cool on the lips. I think it's one of those products that kind of, you can amp up your lip product that you already own. Pretty cool working together, especially with the liquid catsuits. They work well together. The next thing is this little eyeliner. This is the Wet n Wild H2O proof water eyeliner. Wait, no. H2O proof liquid eyeliner, not water eyeliner. I like the little applicator to this. I think I like it because it's a little more stiff. But for me, because I do have creasing eyelids, I feel like it kind of doesn't go in very well. I'm going to hang on to it because I do like it to layer up. I think it's pretty cool to use it like that. But I probably won't ever purchase this again because I think using a more felt tip, I guess it'd be felt tip. Yeah, felt tip. I think that might work better because it might go into my lines a little bit more. This kind of like skips over the lines of my eyes, so not a love. The next thing, of course, is the Comfort Zone palette. If you've never seen a Comfort Zone palette, this is absolutely amazing. This is a must-have. Now this, again, it doesn't have a whole lot of matte shades in it. So if you're someone who's looking for matte shades, there's not a whole lot in here. Unfortunately, I wish they would put more mattes in here, but these are all more satins and shimmers. And this one, of course, is your duochrome. This is the special one in the palette. This is the one that looks like green. And then when you swatch it on your hand or you just put it on your eyes, it looks brown. You have the green brown look. I love the way it looks. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is something that will probably never leave my collection. And once it gets old enough to be tossed, then I'm probably just going to purchase another one. It's absolutely amazing. Highly recommend that one. Out of all the palettes that I have right here from Wet n Wild, I highly recommend the Comfort Zone. But just remember, it doesn't have a whole lot of mattes into it. So you're going to want to pair it with a matte palette, just so you know. Then we have the Wet n Wild Press Powder little foundation. This is really good. I really like this. It's so smooth. Like when you touch it, it's just so smooth that your fingers just kind of glide over it like butter. I love the way it looks on my skin. It's not too powdery. It's not too cakey. It's very, very nice. I feel like Wet n Wild has really stepped up their game. I feel like if you're looking into getting some affordable drugstore products, definitely check out Wet n Wild. They're cruelty free. Their products are really, really good. So highly recommend most of these products today. The next thing is the Wet n Wild concealer, and I have the shade light medium. I like the shade that I picked out because it's not super brightening. It's more just, it does a good job of concealing. And that's what I want it for. I want it to conceal my dark circles. I'm not really worried about brightening up under there. I just want it to get rid of any blueness I have going on. Works really well. It doesn't crease on me as much. I can't say it doesn't because every single concealer I've ever used creases on me. And I think it's my eye type though. You can tell this is a little bit more yellow. I like the way it works under my eyes though. I think it's really good. I think if you're looking for an affordable concealer, I would definitely check out that. Oh, this is sitting over here. This is the Lash Renegade by Wet n Wild. Of course, everything here is Wet n Wild. I don't like this. This is definitely leaving my collection. I don't like the wand to it. The wand is a little bit wonky. Let me see if I can get you to see the wand. The wand is so wonky. No. It has a little bit of a plastic smell to it, kind of like pool toys or something like that, but it's not terrible. But as for me, I don't think it does anything for lengthening or volumizing my lashes, so this is, no, it's not staying. Bye-bye. Then we have the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Color Corrector. This is the green one. This one, I showed this in the demo when I did the Get Ready With Me. I don't feel like it does a good enough job of helping with my redness. It's very, very light coverage, so if you're looking for a light coverage, I think you might enjoy it. But for me, I don't like it because if I'm going to cover my redness, if I'm going to take the time to cover the redness, I want you to actually cover the redness. And this one just, it didn't work for me that well. So it's actually getting tossed. And then we have one more over here. Then we have the color corrector for dark circles. Now this one's very good. This one's really good because it's very lightweight. So if you just wanted to do like the no makeup look one day, this is perfect for that because it's very, very lightweight. Whereas the other concealer, the one in the stick form, this one here, I feel like that one is a little more full, a little more coverage to it. This one is a light coverage, but it just makes your under eyes look brightened and it looks very good. Absolutely like this, keeping this one. Then we have all the lip liners. These are really good. If you want to actually just line your lips or if you want to use these just to do your lips with these, you can do that. They work really well. I think they're creamy. They have a very nice formulation. This one is the shade Plum Together. So here's what Plum Together looks like. And then we have the shade, what is this one? Never Petal Down. So here's Never Petal Down. That's the lighter one. And then we have the shade, make sure I'm not Gone Burgundy. Making sure I'm not grabbing the wrong ones here, but to show you guys. So there's what they all look like swatched. I think they work really well with the liquid catsuits. If you like the liquid catsuits, these work well together with them. If you want to wear just a liner by itself, you can do that with these. I think they work really well. They do help to keep your lipstick on for longer. They do help to keep it from bleeding, so I really like those. The next thing are the little colorful eyeliners. So I have a pink one, a white one, and a blue one. So here's the colorful liners. These are just cool to use once in a while. I don't think these are something that you would necessarily need to pick up. I'm not even sure that these are available anymore. This was like a special type of limited edition type of thing. But I think they're cool. So if you ever see any of their liners that are just special colors, like I have the colors here and then I have the black and the silver. And I think all of these are just pretty cool to have just for special occasions, or if you just want to do a funky eye look, they work great for it. So I'm keeping all of those. And then I think we're down to the last product. Then we're down to the, oh, where's my other one? I'm missing my other Megaglow. My Megaglow is gone. Did I already tell you guys about it? Maybe I already told you. Either way, I'm keeping both of the Megaglows. I can't find it. It's like, you should see my desk area right now. It's a mess. So this is Precious Petal. Love this. This is something that actually they re-brought back out. So if you're looking for it, you can definitely find it now in your local drugstores. Love the way this looks. I know I didn't show you the other one. I don't know where I put it though. So here's what it looks like swatched. It's very beautiful. You can build it up to a little bit more of an intense highlight. If you spray it, you can definitely get more intense highlight. But it's one of those highlights that I love because it's not super intense, where it looks a little bit more natural, like not really a glow from within though. You can definitely tell you're wearing a highlight, but it just is a little bit more natural than a typical really bold highlight. I don't really like those bold highlights. I like a little bit more natural highlight, so really good. If I had the other one to show you guys, I would show you, but I have no idea what I've done with it. It has grown legs and run away. So that is everything in the Wet n Wild collection that I used last week. As you can tell, I did declutter a couple things out of that little collection because those are things that just didn't work for me. So now we're going to talk about the products I'm going to be using this week. There's not a whole lot like there was this past week. This past week I had a boatload. Oh wait, look, I found the other one. So this one is Crown of My Canopy. So here's Crown of My Canopy. This one's a little bit more pinky tone, a little more rosy toned. So here's what it looks like swatched. It's very pretty too. I love both of these. Both of these are really, really nice on the skin. Like I said, if they brought those back out because they were supposed to be limited edition and they re-brought them back out. So if you're interested in them, I would definitely pick them up. Now let's get into the new products. So this week I'm going with another one brand type of thing, except for a couple things that I had to throw in because I didn't have things to fill in those spots. So the first thing I want to talk about is the primer that I'm going to be using. This is the Skin Perfector Becca. Actually, it's not really a primer, but for me it's going to be a primer because I have very dry skin. Not only in combination with that, I will be using my, where'd it go? I lost it. Anyway, I can't find it. It's my Josie Maran, the Argan moisturizer. So I'm going to be using these two in combination together because I really want that glowy skin because spring is here now finally. So I want to use this with that. So that is the primer that kind of primer. It's not really a primer. You can mix it with your foundation. You can use it as a primer. You can do it however you want to. Makeup is free range. You could do whatever you want to with it. Let me put all these on my lap so I don't have to keep reaching over. So now the next thing I'm going to be using is the Color Corrector by Fiona Stiles. So here is the brand that we're going to be working with this week is Fiona Stiles. I'm not working with the brand. These are the brands that I'm going to be trying out this week. So here's what the concealer looks like. I haven't tried this concealer yet, so I'm excited to try it. I love her packaging. I think her packaging is really, really pretty. I think it's nice and sturdy and very, I don't know, it just feels very classy. Very nice. The next product I'm going to be using is her lipstick, and I have this lipstick right here. This is the shade Luella. Love this shade. It's so pretty. Let me show you what it looks like swatched. That is just a nice spring looking color. I love the shade, so I'm excited to play with that this week. The one thing I can tell you is you have to kind of line her packages up exactly right, and once you do, it is magnetic, the lipstick is, so that's pretty cool. The next thing I'm going to be using this week is the Light Illusion Prism palette. So here is what it looks like on the inside. This will be kind of like setting powders, highlighters type of thing. So this is very, very nice. This reminds me of like the way it feels a little bit of the Hourglass powders. I love this though. Again, with her really fancy packaging. I think her packaging is very nice. It does fingerprint, but I don't mind that as long as the products are good. Then we have her Fiona Stiles foundation. So this is the foundation. Now this is something else that's finicky to play with. Like if you try to put the lid on the wrong way, it won't go. It literally will not go. So you have to make sure the lid is on right. But this is a pump style foundation I'm going to be testing out from her, and this is the shade 04. And then we have a couple of products that are not from Fiona Stiles. I have the Tarte Precision Longwear Liner that I'm going to be using this week. And then I have, this is Fiona Stiles. This is the Fiona Stiles Micro Precision Brow Sculpting Pencil in Blonde Ash. And then I have her Invisible Eye Primer, so I'm excited to try that out. Hopefully that'll be a good one. And then we have for setting powder, I have the Kat Von D Setting Powder in Translucent. So there's my setting powder for this week. And then I have for brows, another brow product I have is this one here, again with a really cool packaging. This is the Brow Sculpting Wax. And I have the shade, there's no shade on here. Hopefully this shade will work. So there's what it looks like on the inside. Hopefully that shade will work for me. I'm not sure. We'll have to try it out and see. And then I do have some palettes here I'm going to be testing out too. So this is the Fiona Stiles Artist Eyeshadow Palette. So here's what it looks like on the inside. Really, really pretty colors. I love these colors. They look very, I don't know, just like muted a little bit, but just really pretty. I love the color tone here. And then we have the multi-dimensional color palette. So this is like a face palette. So you've got blush, bronze, highlight, everything in here. So that's perfect. So I don't really have to have a whole lot of products. That's why you're seeing a lot less products this week than I did have last week, because it's all like in one. I love that. Then this one here is still in the package. I need to take it out for you. This is the light medium sheer sculpting palette. So here's a sculpting palette. Like the color tones in this because they have that gray tone. I don't see any orange in it, which is great because I don't like the orange. It makes me look like an Oompa Loompa. Then we have a couple more products and then we're done. We have the Pure Disappearing Ink 4-in-1 Concealer. So I'm going to try this out this week. This did come in one of my subscription bags, so I want to test it out and see how good it is. So we'll test that. Then I have the Bare Minerals Lash Domination Volumizing Mascara. You guys know I've already tried this, 2 weeks ago, and I loved it. So just putting it back into the collection because I don't have a mascara from her collection to try out. Then we have another lippy, just in case I get tired of that this one here, just in case I get tired of that one, I'm going to use this Urban Decay one that came in my Sephora play. This is the shade Big Bang. It's a very pretty color, but it looks like spring. So that's why I wanted some springy looking things. So I'm excited to play with all this makeup this week. Let me know if you guys have tried any of these products out, whether they work for you, whether they didn't work. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions on them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.